Radical. Not sure what I'm going to title this one because I got a lot to talk about, a lot of different topics here, but I'll weave it all in together, okay? Now, I'm on the road, so the quality of this recording is probably not going to be as good as it normally is. Maybe by the time it gets to the end of the recording, it'll be a little better. I'm not sure. It depends on how long this lasts. So, the last upload I had was talking about Steph Curry and how he broke the record for most threes. And a lot of people are thinking Steph Curry is currently number one in the MVP race. But there's someone else I think a lot of people are kind of overlooking, and they shouldn't overlook him, and that is Mr. Kevin Durant. Now, the other day, Kevin Durant had a 51-point game, I think against the Pistons. He's doing a lot to carry that Nets team now that Kyrie is doing his own thing. And James Harden, maybe his leg injury, his hamstring, what was it? I forget. Is not healing properly. And I don't think it's all that is the reason James Harden is struggling. I think it's the new foul rules. He can't get those Mickey Mouse fouls anymore. James Harden is just not looking like an offensive beast as he has in seasons past. But somehow I think the Nets are still leading. I think they're still number one in the East. And it is a very competitive East. So if that's the case and they're still number one, I think there's a fair case to make that the Nets possibly, Kevin Durant of the Nets could be the MVP or in the running. Last night, Kevin Durant, he didn't get a lot of coverage for what he did, which was drag his team to a win in overtime versus the Toronto Raptors. Now, the Raptors aren't the best team, granted, but Kevin Durant, he didn't have Kyrie, of course. He didn't have James Harden, so two of the two big three were out, plus missing a whole lot of other players. In fact, if Kevin Durant wouldn't have been able to play, he had a sore ankle, then they would have had to forfeit the game. But Kevin Durant chose to tough it out. At times, he was playing on the court with four rookies, I believe. But he toughed it out and he won that game. So, yeah, there is that. Now, here's where we switch to a different topic. I watch Skip and Shannon a whole lot. I find them to be very entertaining, whether or not they're really being serious or they're joking and goofing around, talk about, betting cases of Mountain Dew, Diet Mountain Dew on games, which you know damn well they are millionaires, and the Mountain Dew, it doesn't mean anything to them. But they do that, to actually just entertain people. And it works. But here's the thing. Skip Bayless, a lot of players in the NBA just does not like Skip Bayless. They don't like him. Number one, LeBron doesn't like him, of course. But it's not just LeBron. It is Kevin Durant. He tweeted out something which I am really shocked here. And about half the comments under that upload, I'll leave a link to it down below, by the way. About half the comments up under that were addressing the glaring fact that Skip Bayless and Shannon did not talk about the tweet from Kevin Durant. And how weird it is that Skip Bayless and Shannon, they talk about anything to do with, LeBron, Durant, Curry. They talk about whatever it is that they do, the smallest thing. But for some reason, they avoided Kevin Durant tweeting, something along the lines of, I don't have the tweet in front of me, but I don't like you. And this was Skip Bayless, I think, tweeting about Kevin Durant. I don't know if he was tweeting at Kevin Durant or if it was his own Twitter, but he was tweeting about how amazing it is, how he's, the assassin, and, all the stuff he says about Durant. He calls Durant the best player currently in the NBA. But here's why Skip Bayless does that. It's just to kind of stick at LeBron. Kevin Durant knows this. And that's one of the big reasons I think Kevin Durant tweeted that. Dude, I don't like you. Because they all see it. They all see it for what it is. It's basically just him just getting his digs at LeBron. Whether or not he believes that Kevin Durant is the best player in the NBA, people can actually just see through it. So it was shocking that they didn't talk about this, and here's my reasoning as to why they didn't. I think they don't want to go down this particular road. I think some people, on the set probably said, hey, You really don't want to have this go just back and forth with an NBA player. I think they want to, just say what they want to say, but whenever they get responses from the NBA players, I think they just want to, avoid that and just run away from that. But it is very glaring that, he didn't have any response to it. He seemed to look sad, though. I think that tweet by Kevin Durant actually legit kind of made him a little bit sad.